Yo guys, welcome back to episode 3 of Motivated by Pain. It's time for some pain, baby. In this episode, I'll talk about the importance of having a dream and the why and how to find them. So listen closely. I define a dream as the very thing that keeps you up at night. The thing that does not allow you to fall asleep because you can't stop dreaming about it with your eyes open. The very thing that takes over your life and you're willing to die for. The mission and the purpose of your life. This can be building a great business, being a wealthy and successful man, making the world a better place through your contribution. It may even be being famous just for the sake of being famous. You get the idea. Your life, your choice. Now, I define the why as the reason you do what you do. And by that, I don't mean money or riches. Most people want just that and nothing else. It's sad to see people stepping on each other in this mad paper chase. By your why, I mean what's your driving force? What keeps you pushing past the point of giving up? What allows you to stay awake for another minute when you haven't slept for days and your body is about to give up? Who are you doing this for and why is it so important to see it through? Why are you putting in all this mad effort? These are the types of questions that will reveal your why. By the end of this episode, I want to make you understand why it's so important to have a dream and a strong why. I want to help you find them because they will dictate the quality of the life you live and where you'll end up at the end of it. And even if you never get to your dream, at least you'll know you lived with purpose and not wander through life with nothing to aim towards, like most people do. You lived like a lion chasing his prey, ferocious, fearless, and zoned in. Let's say you're trying to get to a destination but have no idea what the destination is. How can you get there if you don't know what roads to take or to avoid? That's the planning. How will you know the speed you must drive at and the amount of petrol you need? That's the skills required. How will you know how far it is and the distance? That's the time it will take you to get there and the deadline. All of these are necessary ingredients for achieving a goal. I like how Dr. Myles Munroe says it. He says that your dream won't just tell you what to do. It will mostly tell you what not to do, what things to avoid, what people to cut out of your life and stay away from. It will create a very narrow path, more like a tunnel vision, very clear and without much distraction. That's exactly the reason I lived a life full of drugs and habits that were not beneficial to my growth. I didn't have a clear destination and therefore I was accepting everything in my way. And since I didn't have a dream, of course I didn't have a why either. I don't think I ever asked myself, why am I doing all of this dumb shit? Dr. Myles Munroe also quoted, "The biggest tragedy in life is not death, but a life without a purpose." So let's try and find yours and you'll see the improvement it will bring to the overall quality of the life you live. You see, the dream and the why go hand in hand. The dream is the destination, the why is the rest of the process. And once you have them both, they will aid you into living a healthy life full of energy and vitality. They will dictate when you wake up, and most importantly, how you wake up. Low energy and hitting the snooze button, or excited to open your eyes and go chase the life you're after. They say that every morning when you wake up, you have two choices. Continue to sleep with your dreams, or wake up and go and chase them. Having them well locked in your mind will set the tone for how you treat yourself and others and the level of love and understanding you have to put out into the universe. From them you'll learn how to be grateful for every small victory you achieve, which we overlook most of the time by focusing on the lack and what's missing. They will also help you notice every single thing and opportunity that will bring you closer to your dream. And that's thanks to this small part of our brain called the Reticular Activating System, in short RAS, which acts like a filter that makes us focus on the things that are most important to us. I will now tell you what my dream is and what's my why so you can have a better idea of what I mean. And then I'll give you some tools to help you find yours. You ready? The dream came to me, as I said previously, when I first heard Les Brown's speech. Seeing that even through a screen someone can have such an impact on people, I couldn't help to think that there are so many individuals out there, like my family, my friends, and countless other people who have never heard this man or any motivational speaker before and the difference it could make into their lives. We could all do with some inspiration in tough times. So by becoming one of the greatest motivational speakers in the world, I'll be able to do just that. I'll be able to inspire millions of people. My main goal is to make this world a better place by the time I'm dead and gone. Make it a better place by exposing as many of you guys to your untapped potential and by showing you that there is a lot more to life than this society is allowing you to reach for. I want to open your eyes to the world of possibility. And that can only happen if you believe and have faith in your ability to do great things. Of course, this motivational speaking won't resonate with everyone. Most people don't believe in things like this or are too stuck in their own limited thinking. But for sure there's a handful of people struggling in need of such inspiration. And that's what I'm here for. So hear me out. Since I got this dream, things have slowly started to change. Step by step, I started breaking away from the past version of me that was not serving this higher purpose. It felt like I was being dragged out of the rut I was in. The pull was so strong, I couldn't resist it. I'm very grateful for having gone through all those things, because they were the building blocks of the person standing in front of you today. A person that I very much love and respect now. Two things that I didn't experience much in those dark days. I felt more driven than ever before to end my addiction for good. I saw that the only way to inspire and lead people to their freedom was to lead by example. If I can do it, then you can do it too.
I have faith in you, son. Oh my goodness.
And as soon as my dream got clearer, my why started defining itself more and more with every passing day. That was my dream. Now let's get to my why. My why is my family and my loved ones. As giving them the freedom they deserve, be it mental, physical, spiritual, financial. It's inspiring them to aspire to be more and do more when they see me succeed. My why is because I know I can be better than I've been so far. I want to see just how far I can raise the bar on me and others. My why is for the love of competition, and I mean positive competition. The type of competition that picks up his competitors and doesn't step on them just to get to his objective. I believe there's enough for all of us out there. So let's just set the greed aside, man. My why is because I want a better future for my kids and the generations to come. I want a cleaner air for them to breathe. I want to contribute to helping this planet live for more than the next 100 years. My why is to be so full of money so I can contribute to the communities by building them up instead of destroying it and bringing poverty. Yes, many people say life is not all about money, and I totally agree with that. To me, it has never been, and those who know me can vouch for that. The reason I'll be rich is because of the value I will add to the world. It will be just a side effect of my work. They say help enough people get what they want and the world will give you what you want. Other people say that money is evil. Well, money is only evil if you're stupid and don't know what to do with it, or if in the wrong hands. Money just amplifies who you are, so if you're not fit for riches and you're rotten on the inside, money will only make you get worse. But if you're a strong person with strong principles, money will help you thrive and help others thrive with you. Money is simply a form of energy that adds up to your existing energy. Simple, isn't it? Now let's see how you can find your dream. Your dream can be found in a few different ways. The most important aspect is to have passion for what you do. Otherwise, it will be short-lived and unsustainable. Let's start with number 1. Find out what your passions are. Your passions are the things that make you happy. The things that make you lose track of time when engaged in them. The things that you love doing. Things that you can spend money on and have zero regrets for doing so. To find out what they are, take out a piece of paper and write down things that spark an interest in you and make you really curious. Things that give you a sense of fulfillment. I'll give you a few examples because if this is the first time you're doing it, it might not be very easy. I remembered how nervous I got when my coach Ross asked me to do this. I was all sweaty and shaking. I felt like I was taking a test, for fuck's sakes. I'm curious about becoming a better speaker, about health optimization, strengthening my relationships, meditation and spirituality, about business and making money, about nature, about traveling and foreign languages. I also want to develop a closer relationship with God. You get the idea, right? Number 2, experiment with life. Try different things. Too many of us are trapped in our daily routine and have no time to try new things. So decide to take some you time at least once a month, but preferably more often, and go do something new. Try skiing, try skydiving, try reading a new book, going to a new city, travel. Maybe select something from the curiosity list above. Just do something that puts you out of your comfort zone. Number 3, what do you fear being criticized about? This one is very powerful because it shows that you really care about this thing. To me personally, was speaking in front of the camera. I always hated photos and that kind of stuff. I believed I was not photogenic, and besides, I kept telling myself I'm not good enough, or I'll stutter and embarrass myself, and all that kind of dumb shit that the mind comes up with when you're trying new things. But I just went for it when I figured that in order to one day speak in front of thousands of people on the stage, I'll have to do this. And guess what? With practice, it got easier and easier. Who would have thought? Number 4, get some sleep and avoid burnout. You need a clear mind in order to notice what makes you happy and to assess the results of the new things you're trying. I was very guilty of this one right at the beginning of taking action towards Motivated by Pain. I was so excited about all the good ideas that were putting into my mind and the focus and energy I had that I neglected my sleep quite badly. For more than a week, I wasn't getting more than 4 hours in bed every night. And after a week, I started feeling very drained, clouded judgment, lack of motivation, and my negative self-talk became louder and louder. When I finally came to grips with what was happening, I took a step back and tried to figure out what was wrong. I failed to see the obvious, but thanks to my journal and scrolling back through the past week, I saw that it was my sleep. I took care of it, and soon enough I sprung back on my feet. By skipping a couple of hours in bed a night, you gain them in the length of your day, but you lose them in the productivity and the quality of your work. Is it really worth it? I'm telling you it's not. Science proves the importance of getting the 7 to 9 hours in bed on a consistent basis. I'll make a full episode about sleep later on in the show. Those were the 4 methods I had for you. There are a lot more out there, but these are the 4 that I tried for myself and I know work best. I tried them and they worked wonders. Now why don't you give them a try? Of course not everyone's dream has to be as big as mine. I believe that the bigger the dream, the bigger the pool. Some people don't want to deal with the stress of entrepreneurship, and that's absolutely fine. Some people are born with incredible voices or great culinary skills, or some people are very handy with their hands. Some people care for others better than anyone else. Whatever it may be, I'm sure that this world will greatly benefit from your contribution. So go out there and bring your dream to life. Some people find other people's dream very compelling and they contribute towards its development. That's another episode come to its end. I hope you'll take the time to try the methods described in here. Stay tuned for episode 4, where I'll be touching on 2 very important subjects: the 3 minds and the power of belief. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. You're awesome. Like or dislike, comment and let me know what you think. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, share so you can help other people. And don't forget, believe and you shall become.